girlfriend. Real quick, I want to show you guys real fast how I've been doing my sermon notes, my digital sermon notes in Goodnotes. And look how they look. This is how they look. And I know they look a little crazy, okay? But this is the way I love doing my sermon notes. I finally found like my groove in it, and I just think that they look so cool. And I don't need to write down everything the pastor says because I only take like nuggets of information, if that makes sense, like the really important parts in the scripture. I fill the page up with like different things. Let's see. The first thing I would suggest you do is definitely when you're in the sermon, have Procreate open if you have it. If you don't, that's okay. You don't need it. I just like to do like here. I did blood and sacrifice with a marker. See, like a marker brush. So I like doing different brushes to get like different textures in my notes. And then I have my Bible app. So I love the Bible app, especially I love the Bible app not to read. Like I'm a book hardback girl, you know. But what was I saying? Oh, but the thing about cut. I love about digital Bibles is I can quickly copy and paste my the verses that the pastor's mentioning and paste it into my notes real fast. The thing about paper is, I don't know about y'all, but my pastor goes fast. So by the time you find the verse he's already on the next verse. So the Bible app, just as soon as he says it, I'm there. I'm clicking it, I'm there. And then I can copy and paste that into my notes. So I love that about the Bible app. So definitely these are the three that I have open. Everything else is closed during the service. iPad is on silent always, you know. So these are the three I use. Another thing is you want to mix up a lot of different fonts. Like the more fonts, the better. And you also want to mix up like your fonts with your handwriting. Unless you don't like your handwriting for some reason, you can you want it to look handwritten. At least I think. So try to find a good handwriting font. Another thing, I'll show you my Procreate, what I use Procreate for. So basically, I'm not going to do anything right now, but basically what I'll do, like here, I did blood and sacrifice because that's what we were talking about. That was a subject, so I did that. And then what I'll do is I'll come in here, pick the layer that I did it on. I'll tap it, I'll copy it, I'll go back into my notes real quick, hold down, and then paste. And then I'll also crop it, you know, so it's easier for me to grab other things around it so I don't accidentally pick it up. But yeah, that's what I use Procreate for. I don't, save it to my device. I just copy it straight from Procreate right into Goodnotes. So I love doing that. The third thing I love to do is color. As you can see, it's very colorful, and I do all of my coloring with the highlighter tool. And the thing I love about Goodnotes' highlighter tool is because it acts almost like a digital Copic marker, however you say it, like an alcohol marker, where the more you layer it, the darker it gets. So it's so good for coloring, especially like coloring in little doodles. And here, I'll do this one right here. So like, for instance, I'm just going to do it in blue. No, I already did that up there in blue. I'm gonna do it in pink. Hold up, let me show you. So see that I lifted my pen, and now if I go back over, see how darker it gets, how much darker it gets. See, every time it gets darker. You don't want that. What I do is I never lift. I color it in without ever lifting my pen, or my pencil. So I'll color it in. And then anything, shadows, anything like that I want to be darker, I'll go back over it. So I'll get like a smaller brush. Sorry, I'm standing over this, so I'm not worried about being pretty. But I will outline, see, like that. And I love coloring in like things like that. And this I did with Procreate. So as you can see, like here, it's kind of like I use the Procreate pencils to do all that. So I used like I love that. It looks good. Like it brings something. I had an empty space here, so I had to fill it. So I just did this little song lyric and I stuck that here. The key to making your notes look good, I feel like, is filling up the spaces. So you can doodle to do that. Like this. there's a planet there. Why is there a planet there? Because planets are cute. It has nothing to do with the sermon, but I like the, you know, why is there my cat there? I colored that because it's cute, you know, and I got it saying prayer is a lifestyle. Like little things like that is so cute. Also play with your different pen settings. So make them thicker, make them thinner. Use the dotted ones. Here's the dash one I did around here. All that just really adds to your notes. It just makes it look so good, and when they're printed, y'all, it looks so good. I like to print them, and I have a binder and I keep them in my binder. So I love printing my notes and having them for later. I always put you know, the title of the sermon. So this was the 4 C's of a Victorious Christian, the pastor, and the date. And then if the video's on YouTube, I didn't hear. Oh yeah, I put the YouTube link down here as well. See, so I could always go back and click that link, and it's link to the video. Oh, that's another thing. I'm not doing this all in church, you guys. Like, this would be too much. So today, we live in 2024, which is awesome because we have YouTube, right? Most churches put their sermons on YouTube, so I can go back throughout the week and one day throughout the week and rewatch the sermon and then take better notes, because I love just taking notes. It's so much fun. Y'all, that's about it. No, I have more. Hold up. Also, I have this notebook in my documents, right? And it's called Planning Aids. And here I just have a bunch of doodles that I did that I can quickly, you know, if I'm just in a hurry and, you know, you're taking notes in church, I can copy this little crown and I can paste it in. See? And I did this, I pre-made this so I can quickly copy and paste it in my notes. See, and then I can, when I'm in my notes, hold up, you know, I can change the color to whatever color I want because it's like a hand-drawn thing. Don't forget, add pictures, add diagrams, add mix up. I think that's the biggest thing. Color, right? Coloring with your highlighter, mixing up your fonts. The more fonts, the better. And then if you do have Procreate, use different brushes. Use the paintbrush for a word, use a marker brush for a word. That way you get that different texture, you know what I mean? Like here I used a liner brush, or I don't know what it's called, but I used a certain brush for this, and that really stands out because I really want it to speak up, to stand out. So I did that in Procreate. Here, like this is my handwriting mixed with the font. Here I use that same brush to write that. When I'm doing lists, I like doing the numbers differently. Like, see all the different fonts? Like that's, to me, that's where it's at, all the different fonts. Now, not all of my notes look like this. Like here's some that I started, I didn't finish. Here's another one I started. Sometimes the sermons, like I can tell, like this sermon didn't have much notes. You know, sometimes they don't teach, they preach. So, you know when they're when you got a full page of notes, that sermon is fire because you're learning some things. So, yeah. And here's some more notes, which are really cute. Look at all the different, you see how it's all mixed up? This one as well. And if you need to, like I did all of this, right, on line paper. Once the page was full, I circled it all, pasted it onto a blank page so I can print, because like I said, I love printing my notes. I don't know if I said that or not, but I do print my notes. All right, I hope this video was helpful. Maybe we can do like a little, you know, little sermon note-taking thing together. I don't know, I might go live one day and do that, and we'll pick a good sermon, and I'll show you like how I do it. But really it's self-explanatory. There's really not too much to it. Just mix up your fonts, mix up your thicknesses of your pen, mix up cursive, mix up lowercase, uppercase, use your highlighter to death, you know, like use that thing to color in words, color in doodles. Make a page of doodles, of your own doodles like this. They don't have to be perfect. Like, honestly, the more like imperfect they are, the better they look in my eyes. The more I love this like doodle style. It's just I've been digging it lately. So you can make it so it's, you know, quick access. These are ones that I did in Procreate. I started at this page. Dingbats, you can download some dingbats like I have here. Also, real quick while I'm on this subject, here's some dummy text. If you need dummy text, I redid the dummy text freebie, so that's in my freebie folder, link in the description. So I did it as a Goodnotes file this time, so you can get this as a Goodnotes file, so that way you can make the text now in your own font, whatever your font is, right? So you can change all that. And then I also did these little aesthetic symbols, so you can go download that. Now this part, oh, hold up, let me show you. This part and this part and this part, those won't be on it, so it'll just be, oh, hold up, it'll just be this right here. Okay, and I got these aesthetic symbols, this is just what I call them, online, and I just made it for you guys. So you can come in here, it's a text box, so you can come in here and copy, you know, copy and paste these little symbols if you want them. We got little smiley faces, we got hearts. Now this has 2 arrows, so you can put text in between these. We got cute little moons, look at that. Little stars you can add into your notes. I did the numbers here, and also I did not download this, you guys. I don't know, it just, I guess it's a standard font, but it's called, this is the font name, Zaf Dingbats, but I believe you don't have to download anything. It should just be, you know, it should just be in your Goodnotes. Yeah, and then also this, I got this in my planning aids too. They're just planner spread ideas, currently journaling, and photo prompts, you know, little prompts that you can get. So all that is linked down below in the description. I think that's it, you guys. I love you guys so much. I guess I can't say happy planning. I'm gonna say we're not planning, so happy note taking, I guess. I love you guys so much. Bye. Oh, hey, don't forget to subscribe.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry.